Sairam children, the other day we had started lesson number 2, nutrition in animals. Today we will do part 2. Before we start the class, let us do 3 omkars. Om, Om, Om. Sairam. The swallowed food passes into the food pipe or the esophagus. Yesterday we saw that when we eat food, the food enters the mouth with the help of our hands. Over there it is chewed with the teeth and mixed with the saliva with the help of tongue. Then it passes through the food pipe. The other name of food pipe is esophagus. The food pipe runs along the neck and the chest. So from the neck it goes to the chest. Food is pushed down by the movement of the walls. The walls move and keeps on pushing the food down. As you swallow, the food goes down. This movement takes place throughout the alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? The digestive system pushes the food downwards. At times the food is not accepted by our stomach and is vomited out. Recall the instance when you vomited after eating and think of the reason for it. Discuss with your parents and teacher. Okay. The stomach. Now from the mouth the food goes to the food pipe. From the food pipe it goes to the stomach. The stomach is a thick walled bag. It has got a thick wall. Shape is like a flattened J, and it is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Very big. Wide means very big part of the alimentary canal. It receives food from the food pipe at one end, opens into the small intestine at the other. So one point opens into the alimentary canal and the other point to the small intestine. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. So the inner lining of the stomach, what does it give out? Mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juice. The mucus protects the lining of the stomach. The acid kills the bacteria that enters along with the food, makes the medium in the stomach acidic and helps the digestive juices to act. The digestive juices break down the proteins into simple substance. So in the stomach, what all comes out? Mucus, hydrochloric acid, digestive juice. Mucus protects the lining of the stomach. Then the acid kills the bacteria which is there in the food, and the digestive juice helps in maintaining the medium and breaks down the proteins into simple substance. Then the food goes to the small intestine, mouth, esophagus, stomach. Then it goes to small intestine. The small intestine is highly coiled and is about 7.5 meters long. It receives secretions from the liver and the pancreas. Besides, its wall also secretes juice. The liver is a reddish brown gland situated in the upper part of the abdomen on the right side. It is the largest gland in the body. So liver is the largest gland. It secretes bile juice that is stored in gallbladder. So which organ secretes bile juice? Liver secretes bile juice and it is stored in the gallbladder. The bile plays an important role in digestion of fats. See, digestive juices in the stomach helps to digest proteins. Then the bile juice helps in digesting the fats. The pancreas is a large cream colored gland located just below the stomach. The pancreatic juice acts on carbohydrates, fats and proteins, changes them into simple forms. The partly digested food now reaches the lower part of the small intestine where the intestinal juice completes digestion of all the components. The carbohydrates get broken in simple sugar like glucose, fats into fatty acid and glycerol, proteins into amino acids. So final digestion takes place in the small intestine. See, in the stomach, proteins break down into simple substance. Then the bile juice helps in the digestion of fats, and then the intestinal juice, carbohydrates are broken in simple sugars like glucose, fats are converted into fatty acid and glycerol, proteins get converted into amino acids. Absorption in the small intestine. The digested food can now pass in the blood vessel in the wall of the intestine. This process is absorption. Inner walls of the small intestine have thousands of finger-like outgrowths and are called villi. Can you guess what the role of villi could be in the intestine? The villi increases the surface area for absorption of digested food. So fiber-like structures on the inner walls of the small intestine is called villi and helps in digestion or absorption of digested food. Each villus has a network, thin small blood vessels close to the surface. The surface of the villi absorbs the digested food material. The absorbed substance are transported via the blood vessel to different organs of the body where they are used to build complex substance such as proteins required by the body. This is called assimilation. So first is absorption. Then what is assimilation? Absorbed substance transported via blood vessels to different organs of the body where it is used to build complex substance is assimilation. In the cells, glucose breakdown with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water, energy is released. So in the cells, the food goes into the cells where the glucose breaks down with the help of oxygen forming carbon dioxide and water, energy is released. The food that remains undigested and unabsorbed enters the large intestine. Large intestine. So undigested and unabsorbed food enters the large intestine. Here it is wider, shorter. It is about 1.5 meters in length, whereas small intestine is, though it is called small intestine, it is bigger than the large intestine. Remember, length of small intestine is 7.5 meters. Large intestine is 1.5 meters. Its function is to absorb water and some salts from undigested food material. The remaining waste passes into the rectum and remains there as semi-solid feces. The fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. This is called egestion. So the process of removing the waste from our body is called egestion. You go early morning every day to the toilet for removing all the waste from your body, and that is called egestion. Digestion in grass eating animals. Have you observed cows, buffaloes and grass eating animals chewing continuously? Actually, they quickly swallow the grass, store it in a part of the stomach called rumen. So first, what these cows and buffaloes do, they swallow the grass, sends it to the stomach, and it is a part of the stomach called rumen. Here the food gets partially digested and is called cud. In the rumen, that is the upper part of the stomach of these animals, it is digested and is called cud. Later, the cud returns to the mouth. It is once again sent to the mouth in small lumps. The animal sits and keeps on chewing the food. This process is called rumination, and these animals are called ruminants. So, the process of sitting and chewing on the cud is called rumination. The grass is rich in cellulose, a type of carbohydrate. In ruminants like cattle, deer, etc., bacteria present in rumen helps in digestion of cellulose. Many animals, including humans, cannot digest cellulose. Animals like horse, rabbit, etc., have a large sac-like structure called cecum between the esophagus and the small intestine. So horses and rabbits, they have a sac-like structure called cecum. The cellulose of the food is digested here by the action of bacteria which are not present in the humans. So far we have learnt about animals which process the digestive system. But there are many small organisms which also have digestive system. For example, feeding and digestion in amoeba. Amoeba, it is a microscopic single-celled organism. It will eat the food also and throw out the waste also. Amoeba has a cell membrane, a rounded dense nucleus and many small bubble-like vacuole. Vacuole is empty space in the cytoplasm. So amoeba, what are the organs? Cell membrane. Membrane means the skin. Then a nucleus and bubbles of vacuoles. Amoeba constantly changes the shape. It does not have a fixed shape. It pushes out one or more finger-like projections called pseudopoda or false feet for movement and capturing food. So pseudopoda helps in capturing food and also movement. Amoeba feeds on microscopic organisms. When it senses food, it pushes out pseudopoda around the food particle and engulfs it. And engulf means eats it. The food becomes trapped in the food vacuole. Digestive juices are secreted in the food vacuole. They act on the food, break it down into simple substance. Gradually, digested food is absorbed. The absorbed substance used for growth, maintenance and multiplication. Undigested food is expelled or thrown out by the vacuole. The basic process of digestion of food and release of energy is the same in all the animals. In a later chapter, you will learn about transport of food absorbed by intestine to various parts of the body. So, this is the process of digestion in all the living organisms. With this, we end the lesson. Lesson number 2 is complete, children. Fold your hands, close your eyes. Let us do Shanti Mantra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I'll be sending question answers, children. Please complete them in your notebook and send them to me by tomorrow evening.